Game number 4. Get Flanked versus the Foxey Baddies. Get Flanked up 2-1 in the series. As we'll check in on the teams here. Get Flanked bringing an IS-7. Actually, yes. Hold on. Having keyboard issues. Alright.
They're bringing the same composition that they brought the first game. That they were on tack with the I7 instead of D5. And Foxey has made... Ooh, what change did they make? They're bringing the T54 instead of the pattern. But
yes,
otherwise, they're the same as well.
Alright. We are good to go. Just had a little bit of keyboard management issues, but we're good. As we see defense once again in this D-hill, D-berm, whatever you want to call it. They're on the D. Strikes, Eagles. We seen this last time from Foxey Baddies being very aggressive with the mediums in the north here. And then Rummy in that IS-7, it's playing out just like game number 2, but hopefully it's not another, defensive takedown here. We seen Rummy earlier. He's using that IS-7's armor as best as possible. And once again,
that's a good place for an IS-7 to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the slope is gradual enough that the gun depression isn't a problem. That's probably one of the only places on this map where that's a thing, though.
So we'll check out what's going on offense here as we see the STB and 55A coming up with Rummy. Now, they tried something very similar to this before, but there was only 2 mediums remaining for the Foxey Baddies. Now that 1 medium's going to go spot the south, they have 3 remaining up here, so a little 3-on-3 battle. But Dwight, can he shoot Tedster? Does have the depression for that, as Tedster is going to take a nice 652 damage. Getting double tapped from Praetorian and Dwight, but he's going to be getting caught out for another shot. Rummy poking over to get some shots in. He's like, hey boys, I want some Silver League points as well. Little fantasy points. He's going to pay for it though. Getting a couple hundred damage done to him. So he's going to be dropped down to 1463. As chip damage going out from both squads. But Tedster feeling the brunt of it in that Conqueror. But the E5s, looks like they're teeing off on the T22s. Carjack's only getting connected with 1 shot. It let him hang his boy out to dry because Carjack's is going to have to take on a bat chat here very shortly. But Strike with the 7 up in that T22 medium. He's going to be up in this area getting shots on this hill very easily. So Carjack's has to be very careful not to get lit here. Because that position does have very nice shots on that juicy upper plate of that medium. Once again, Foxey Baddies are kind of letting Get Flanked do exactly what their name is, getting flanked, as Get Flanked has a lot of map control here. They're pushing up to the A5 area. They do have F9, which is a very good position for the offensive team to be on. Will that bat shot of Sublime get into some trouble here? Let's check it out. He's going to be pushing into 2 T22s. Does he realize they're both there now? Carjack's going to be taking 2 shots. Sublime getting a little greedy here. Let's see if it pays off. 65 coming out of an HE shot from that 55A up on top of the hill. Ledif going to be getting a dink. But Sublime getting shot in the back from Poi Blade, as well as the Conqueror in the center. That'd be Bryant 21. Once again, Carjack's and Ledif trying to get some eyes for those 2 guys as they had nice supporting shots on Sublime. Now, Alarai, what would you do in a situation like this? You have 4 minutes remaining. Every side has been successful in defense. You have to make something work on offense here, and it's very difficult to dig out. What would you do?
Well, the thing here is, at the start of the game, the spread out position, like what they're in at the moment, is really good. But towards this later time in the game, you need to be consolidating your forces so that you can hit one side really, really hard. Now, we know that Sublime's taken a lot of damage on that east side. We know he's got a sniper up on the hill. I'm pretty sure that the Get Flank team knows that as well. because of that, Sublime's not going to be providing the best lighting information. You can see here that the Get Flank guys, maybe they're listening. They've heard me, they've buggered off. Sublime is coming back out to see them though, but they need to group up and be able to put some damage and some hurt in somewhere. And where I would be doing this is over that main ridge, because that is the hardest place for Foxey to get to, even though it's in the middle of all their guys right now. There's that big ridge between, like, the big hills behind them that blocks the line of sight. Those two mediums at the top aren't going to be able to get to the heavies in time to help out. Not before they're dead. Strike will definitely get there. Sublime will probably get there, but he'll be picked off really easy.
Yeah, we see the 62A getting picked off by Rummy in that IS-7. Is now Rummy in the IS-7 with the 55A support of Praetorian. We'll be trying to capture that A8 area. The only thing they have in their way is Zeagles before they get a really nice flank going on the defensive players of the Foxey Baddies here. But 2 minutes remaining. Get Flank need to start applying a little bit more pressure in this situation, as there's a few weak tanks out of the Foxey Baddies that need to go down very quickly here in order to snowball this game in their favor. Praetorian needs to just get in there and take out Zeagles. Zeagles being tracked. Looks like he had that track repaired. Praetorian going to be taking him out. Poiblade taking out Tedster, as now the tank favor in favor of Get Flank. They're up 3 tanks. And it's going to be pretty difficult to dig out Strike with the 7 back there as long as these E5s are swinging away. But Strike with the 0 bouncing on Poiblade. Dwight picking up the ram kill, as they'll be focusing on Dendon. Sublime getting chased by Ledif in that T-22. Ledif and Bryant going to be doing the wombo combo on him, taking him out. So now Strike, the only one remaining. And it looks like the cap pressure on the number 1 will be good enough to cap out the game if Strike does survive. But Ledif coming in for that flank, showing us why their team name is Get Flanked. They're going to be doing some get flanking on Strike. Ledif receiving damage, but only picking up the track shot, as these tanks have a very quick reload. Let's see if Ledif can... Oh, no, he does not. I wasn't even going to say the word to jinx him, but, not able to pick up that bounce. Strike going to get pushed around a little bit, does a little Tokyo drift. Poiblade going for that kill shot. Oh, just barely escaping there. But that's going to be a win for Get Flanked on offense.